They say coughs are lost memories. Being a fraud makes enemies. So if I spoke it, then I wrote it. And if I taught it, then I fought it. Because that's what makes me a poet. And I know I shouldn't have to say these things, but you must know this because I'm not perfect. No one looks forward to procreating with me. The bad part is I was born and able to procreate. So when people tell me I have a greater fate, what the heck can still make me want to breathe if I can never make my own baby? It has been hard seeing reality these days. And no rose-colored glasses can protect me from feeling this way. See, I'm made of a walking grave. And the tombstone is my heartbeat. So when you see me, just say rest in peace. Because my womb is deceased from choking to death on too much cum. And my faucet doesn't run. So stuff only enters through pipes. Do you know what being barren looks like? Even when he thought you might have been pregnant and pregnancy tests were bought like lottery tickets. Forget it. No need in lying when pregnancy tests were open like letters from the landlord. Love for me can only be skin deep because soulmates can only truly intertwine through offsprings, and the words I love you become as meaningless as a neighbor buying sugar saying I'm gonna pay it back because there's nothing reflective of what was or forever will be. And Kodak isn't enough for me. When people say they're doing this for their seeds and their grandseeds, I have no choice but to sound selfish. I'm making history for me. So even when I bleed, I don't shed seeds, I shed shame. Because nobody hears all the baby names I scream out in my dreams, or sees all the tears from all the baby shower games. I can never play it, and I have no choice but to accept it because God made me that way. And I'm taught that I'm made in the image of God. So I'm trying to understand why just this once I can't speak life into my womb, why fertility is granted for teen pregnancies, but not me. I'm afraid to get into a serious relationship. Because the only time he'll hear the name daddy is in between the sheets. And the only time that's a good thing is if you're a teen trying to avoid the consequences of reality. Can somebody please tell me? Does God really love me? Me getting hit by a car as a child shouldn't have had the ability to knock the life out of me. It's been hard seeing reality these days. And no rose-colored glasses can protect me from feeling this way. My name is Rama. I'm 23 years old. I'm divorced. And I have a 3-year-old daughter. We've been homeless since July of 2013. Prior to that, we were living in the home that we relocated to North Carolina to stay in with the father of my child and my ex-husband. I was a stay-at-home mom and a full-time student at the time. And he literally gave me 1 week notice before he decided to leave and end our marriage. Before that, I was an active performing artist, traveling and performing throughout the country. My daughter was the answer to so many prayers. That poem that I just performed was the battle I had been facing the reality of since being diagnosed unfertile at 16. As you can imagine, my daughter is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. And moving to North Carolina changed my life for the better. It made me see the significance of stability. It gave me hope. It gave me strength. And it established a version of myself that I never even fathomed being capable of becoming. Since the separation, I started 2 companies. One is an arts production company to empower everything to help save my life using the arts. The other is a virtual service corporation that empowers people the opportunity to start from somewhere with employment. It's all home-based. We were blessed a month and a half after being evicted to stay with one of the few friends I had here. Prior to that, I was sleeping in my car. This friend took me in from the end of August 2013 up until now, the end of January 2015. I worked several jobs. I incurred a really major arm injury that I spent the beginning of last year recovering from. And this entire time, I've been struggling to get back on my feet. I've made great strides. This company has truly been empowering me and others. And while I give other people the chance to have employment because I have no home of my own to actually be able to work and provide the same services they're capable of providing, I can't even maintain a stable job. The car I lost because it was our family car. And right before the separation, it required many major repairs that I couldn't afford to pay for. It was over $2,000 in repairs needed on that car. And I did not have it then. And it finally ended up resulting in that car having to be gotten rid of last month, December 2014. Since then, so many things have progressed. I've established and I started to build a foundation here. But my biggest struggle has been finding a new home for me and my daughter. After constant searching, within the last month, there have been people who own rental property willing to rent out to me. Due to all the things connected to the separation financially, they require more upfront costs than I can afford to pay. They're requesting 2 months upfront deposit. That's the same amount as the first month's rent, as well as the first month's rent. That is close to $2,000 in upfront costs alone. Alongside that, there are the deposits to activate all utilities, which are adding up to about $400 to $500. This entire time, my friend has been really selfless. She's allowed us to stay in her guest bedroom, and we've been living out of this room. Unfortunately, all of our family and friends are throughout the country, and as much as they've been willing to give us a physical location to stay in at times, some of them have offered, we still find ourselves in the same dilemma. Me being unable to establish and maintain a position without the space to work from home. My family and the friends that I do have aren't able to contribute enough to assist in this happening. I've taken to social media for the past year and a half because the issue has been the same. Not being able to acquire this lump sum required to reestablish our security and build a foundation upon. $3,000 is literally the difference between us being forced to live on the street and really build towards the progress we're capable of in less than 2 months from having a home of our own. I created this video because unfortunately it seems people don't know at times that sometimes homelessness doesn't just have the look of unkempt clothes and cardboard signs. It's not always that you're not willing to do anything. It's sometimes you don't have enough resources aligned simultaneously to actually be able to build upon. And I love my daughter, as you can imagine. Having a child after being told that you would never even be able to conceive. It's the most mind-blowing thing in the world. It was a battle I faced for years. That poem was my reflection and my plea to God to just have mercy on me. It was hard facing the reality that now that I have a child, I can't give her everything because I have no starting point to build on. And it hurts being dependent on the grace and mercy in the others to humble myself this much, but I'm willing to do any and everything it takes to provide for my child, to build a future that's better than our current, our present, and our past. And I'm creating this video and I'm publicizing it so that you understand we need your help. This isn't just me asking for a handout so that I can live handout to handout. It's me to build a future. And I would love for you to bear witness to that progress. There are fan pages for both of the companies I've started to build upon. The company I have people working from home with already has 19 reps under it, and it started back in April of 2014. The arts production company is far from where it is going to end up, but I believe that I can change our lives as long as with so many others. If you can, check out my blog, rawmercy.tumblr.com. And if you have anything that you can help with, there's a donate button in the top left corner that you can click on. And if you can't help financially in any way, just share this video, post this video, comment on this video, bring awareness to it. Thank you, and God bless you.